But DJ, you know, I made the analogy once before, but we're kind of like our own little college sports program.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different kind of program. We're a radio show, but we are that. Last year we graduated 3 seniors
Yes.
across the whole school year.
So you gotta
I mean,
come
we
up
were
with
old.
New recruiting class.
We were old. We had to get young, didn't we?
Yes.
That's where our new co-host steps in. His name is Seth Birsching. Seth, how are you this morning? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm doing well, Christian. I'm happy to be here on the show with you and DJ. I am a sophomore here at PLU. I'm a communications major, and when I graduate, I'm hoping to get into either sports broadcasting or sports journalism, so I figured this is the place to be if I want to get some experience.
You bet. We're going to
You
get
are
you
in the right place.
get you primed and ready to get out into the real world and do good. Tell us a little bit about your background in sports. What did you play? Where did you play it? What are your experiences like?
Well, my favorite sport has always been baseball.
Right on.
Been in my family for all of us growing up. We've always been around baseball, watching baseball, playing baseball. I've been an outfielder there. I did a little pitching, but I wouldn't call myself a pitcher. Then my other sport that I really like is football. I did that 4 years in high school. I was a running back and defensive back, and also the kick and punt returner.
Excellent stuff. Now, you mentioned your brothers. How many siblings do you have?
I have 4 older siblings and a younger sibling.
Man.
And you are towards the middle, correct?
Yeah, I'm number 5 out of 6.
Oh, there you go.
See, that was one of the biggest draws into adding Seth to the show. If his brothers and family and parents and cousins and everything listen in, I mean, we increased our listenership by a ton. So, Seth,
Yes.
thank you for joining the show.
Yeah, my family's huge.
What'd you do over the summer?
Over this summer, I was going back to the Midwest on a couple occasions, once in June, once in August. In June, I was visiting family for the first half, and then we were road tripping around the area, seeing some different things like the Arch in St. Louis, the Louisville Slugger Factory.
Awesome.
And then the second trip, the one in August, we were just hanging with family because my brother and his wife had their first baby, and so I became an uncle.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Do you like being an uncle?
It's different. I mean, diaper changes aren't fun, but
No way.
the rest of it it's very rewarding.
Yeah. I married into being an uncle over the summer, and it's okay. It's okay. It's the best part is giving him back to his parents, I think. But, no, I'm just kidding.
Any kids in the future, Christian?
Not for me.
Oh, why not? Why not? I mean,
Not the immediate future. Give me like 5 years. We'll talk about it later.
okay.
Be Uncle DJ if you want.
Okay. Did we have a caller there? Or?
We did, and they hung up. Please call us back. 253-535-7332. Once again, 253-535-7332. If you got questions for Seth, or if you want to talk about Jimmy Graham as a Seahawk, should he be a Seahawk? Should he not be a Seahawk? What should the team do differently with Jimmy Graham? There's just so many questions. We have to get to it. We want to know what you think. So call us, 253-535-7332. Seth, do you have any interests outside of sports? I mean, sports is kind of a hobby for you at this point. You're a half athlete like myself. Any interests outside of sports?
Well, sports is a big part of my life. That's what I'm doing most of the time if I'm not playing sports with friends or watching sports on TV. I'm usually like playing Madden or 2K on my Xbox. So,
What position? Because you didn't mention basketball when you're talking about your sports background. What position are you when you play 2K? Do you do the my player? Do you do the franchise mode? What do you lean towards in 2K?
I usually stick with the franchise mode. I'm not good enough for like my park or any of those, but I always try and make my build somewhat realistic to how I really am. But
and what would that be?
That would be about 5'7" and 160 pounds.
That's why I asked. What position are you on the basketball court?
I usually go with point guard.
Right on.
But if I were really to play basketball, I feel like I would probably be more of a shooting guard.
Right on.
I don't have the ball handling skills to be a lead point.
DJ, you got any questions for Seth?
Yeah, just a couple quick hitters. Favorite movies?
Ooh.
I would have to say Star Wars.
Star Wars. Okay, so are you excited for the new one coming out in December? I think it's The Last Jedi.
Yep, absolutely. They've been hyping it up for a couple years now.
Quite a while now, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that finally coming out.
Yeah. You said you like gaming too, so do you like staying on the Star Wars genre, do you play any of the Battlefront games?
I do. I've got the newest one that came out, I guess it was a year or two ago now.
Yeah.
And I'm hopefully going to be able to get the new one when that comes out.
Yeah. Fun stuff. I always liked, like the Lego Star Wars when I was little. Those were always my go-tos. They were just super fun. You got anything else?
Go for it. You said you had quick hitters for him. I want to hear all of these.
Okay. If you had to choose one that stayed in Seattle, would it be the Sonics, the Seahawks, or the Mariners?
Wow.
You can only have one.
Wow.
You can only have one.
Why?
The Seahawks are the only one who's good.
But what if so let's just say theoretically they're all good, they're all seeing success, but
they're all good or they're all bad. All are on an equal playing field.
But
what would you pick?
They were all on a perfectly even playing field talent-wise.
They were all fourth in their division, because I think that's a little bit more realistic than saying they were all great. If they're all fourth in their division across the board,
then I would have to say the Mariners, because I go to a couple Mariner games every year, but I can never say that I've been to a Seahawk game before. So
see, that's what I like about Seth. That's a logical choice. If you pick the Seahawks, that's like a 22 or 23 week season at the most. Like, everyone can get to a couple of Mariners games a year. Like, that's a logical choice for a team to stay in town as a fan.
I was just talking yesterday too with some of my buddies in the weight room. I was like, well, even though the Mariners suck and they are not going to make the playoffs this year, we'll talk about that a little later, but even though they suck, it's still great summer fun to go out to a game, and just, enjoy baseball at its finest, which Safeco Field, I think, is one of the best ballparks in the MLB. So, I mean, it does serve as great entertainment. Garlic fries, crickets, you name it. They got all kinds of food there, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got any more for Seth?
I asked this one last week, but it didn't get recorded.
In our pilot episode.
Yes.
That was our practice round.
Yes. The question was, if you could have dinner with any sports star, dead or alive, who would it be?
Well, I'm going to stick with the answer that I gave last week, and that is either Marshawn Lynch or Richard Sherman. Complete opposite personalities. Lynch probably wouldn't have anything to say, so it'd be a pretty quiet dinner. And Sherman would probably just talk my ear off, but, he's a pretty intelligent guy, very good at what he does.
Yeah.
I think he'd have a lot of good insight.
Very true, very true.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. DJ, do you have a pick for that question?
Yes, I did, and I'm going to stick with the same guy I said last week, and Gronkowski, one of the best tight ends to ever play the game, and when he's healthy, he is the best. And I would even argue for him to stick up for him, as he is the best tight end of all time when healthy. So there's like a big asterisk right next to that. But his problem is just he can't stay healthy. But going more to dinner, like, that would be just a fun experience. You can say what you want about his personality, but he does like to have fun, which I respect that about him, and he does get his job done on Sundays. I mean, you can't mess up in Bill Belichick's system, and Gronk makes sure that every time he steps on that field on Sunday, he gets the job done and does it well.
I think that's fair. That is
Christian,
fair.
now you got to answer this one.
Man, I don't even know who I would pick. I want to pick someone like super smart, but I mean like someone who had something to do with inventing either football or basketball or baseball, just to kind of see where their head was when they created that game. But I think, as a fan, I would like to sit down with Edgar Martinez and listen to stories from an era when the Mariners were great, learn about how to teach or just how to hit a baseball in general, because he's the best ever at doing that, in my opinion. Well, maybe not the best ever, but he's really, really good at it. So
you can make it. You can make an argument that he's the best ever.
Definitely Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah, that's another topic. I think, Seth, do you have anything you'd like to add to the listeners, people who are hearing you for the first time? Just anything extra? Or you good on this one?
I think I'm good. I'm just really excited to be here with you guys. I mean, I'm looking forward to this semester and moving forward.
Well, we're excited to have you.